Local and live. Covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState.
Welcome to Let's Talk TriState. I'm Katie, and it has been a minute since we've had Jason Morris, who is the owner of Teflon Roofing, on the show with us. So what is new in the roofing world with you guys?
Well, it's cold outside, so.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, a little bit. I see we had a little heat wave yesterday. It got up above 32 degrees, so I was happy for that.
What happens in the wintertime? I know you've told me this before. Does business slow down or does it stay the same?
We pretty much shut down.
Do you really?
Yeah. We don't like those temperatures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't blame you.
While we do get emergency installs in the wintertime, once I explain my opinion and what I believe a homeowner should do for the roof, they gladly move to March, April, and some are even like, hey, I want my roof installed in May. But we did have, I think there was 3 emergency installs this year where the temperature dropped below 45. And we still did the installations for them, but I make homeowners aware that if you're in a high wind area, there is a very good chance that those shingles are going to blow off through the winter.
And then is that like guaranteed through the winter that you guys will come out and fix it after that?
Yep. I just make sure that they're aware of what's going to happen or the chance of something happening. 2 years ago, well, it would actually be like a year and a half ago, we did 4 installs that were emergency, and we didn't have any issues. This year, we did 3 of them where the temperature was well below 45 degrees, and we didn't really have an option because every single one of them needed the roof installed. But I made them aware of the situation, and one of them we actually went back out to 4 different times because the shingles would lift up. And yeah, he lives out along the mountain in Mercersburg, and he even told me after we had the conversation, he was like, "You're going to be back out here."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm already planning on it." But
what exactly deems an emergency install?
Well, him specifically, they were buying the house, and he needed to have the insurance cover it, but it was in such bad shape.
I see.
That the insurance company wasn't going to put a insurance in on the property.
Right, until the...
And even with them having a signed contract, because normally if a house is changing deeds and titles, the insurance company gives you leniency. And it's normally anywhere from like 3 to 4 months. Okay, you have a contract signed. We know you're going to get a new roof. But this one in particular was absolutely, it was gone. And the insurance company was like, we don't want anybody living in that until you have insurance for it. And in order to get the insurance, you needed to have a new roof. So he just went ahead and did it. And we're going to go out and do our final inspection, air quotations, in late March. I've been out there twice, and another one of our guys has been out there twice. I was the one that was out there the last time. That way I could just inspect anything. And he gets heavy winds. I think the one he had that registered was like 87 miles an hour there about 2 months ago.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it whips out there. It's bad.
Do you have to, when you have to do like an emergency install, does that alter the price of it? Because it's off season or anything like that?
Yeah, a lot of the people that already know us know that, you know, we're not in this for the bottom line.
Right. You guys are great.
Yeah, we're in this to create something to where, you know, 5-10 years from now, we're going to have 5 different locations, and all of them are going to be ran exactly the same. We're going to have real people in those offices, not, you know, the new fad nowadays is roofing companies starting up and there's 0 experience of any type of installation, and they rely just on subcontractors to do all the work. So.
Right, and you don't have subcontractors.
We do.
Okay.
We do, but we have real people that know how to install as well.
But you have a relationship with them. It's not correct?
Oh yeah, one of our contractors we've been with for almost 2 years now.
Okay.
And they are
you know that's quality work and
100%. We won't bring somebody on regardless if you're W-2 or 1099 without vetting you first and making sure that you know every single step of the process, because there's different rules when you get into government and things like that as far as what people can do and what people can't do. So having the experience and having we have 6 people, and out of 6, 4 of us could literally go install a roof by ourselves if it was deemed necessary. And that's really my vision for the company, is to have each person in those offices that are that have that experience, you know what I mean? So that if something goes wrong and everybody on your team absolutely quits, that the homeowner's still going to be taken care of because the person that's running that office
knows what to do.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you were just talking about, you now are licensed in Maryland?
Yes, we got that, I think it was September of last year.
That's big.
Yes, that's actually huge for us. We really haven't done anything with it yet, just because it's not really a drive, but we have such a big area that we cover right now that we need more people on our team,
right?
Which I'm actually in the process of doing right now as well. I think it's going to change a lot for us here in 2026. We're probably not going to grow as much, but we doubled our revenue the past 3 years to this year, and then we were just awarded Master Elite through GAF, which is one of the highest roofing warranties that you can offer to your homeowner. So that's going to help us in itself, just because of how the magnitude of that warranty and what it carries. So,
talk to me about what makes that warranty so special.
So there's different warranties, air quotations, that you can get. The first, for any homeowners out there, you always want to get 2 warranties anytime you buy a roofing system. One is going to be your manufacturer warranty. And basically every shingle that is on the market now has that 50-year lifetime. We call it the lifetime lie. Just because we live in Pennsylvania, we get all 4 seasons in the same week.
That's right.
Yes. The second is going to be your craftsmanship warranty. A good roofing company that really cares about the product that they are installing, you're going to see somewhere around 10 years. There's some out there that'll give you 2 years. There's some out there that'll give you 5 years. But you really want to get that 10-year craftsmanship warranty.
And what does that mean? Like within the 10 years, they'll come out and fix it for no cost?
Yeah.
If something happens, wind damage, it snows a lot, or...
So the craftsmanship warranty basically covers the installation part of it. So the shingle manufacturer will cover their products as long as they're installed properly. But you could have the best product in the world, and if you don't have good installers that know what they're doing with that product, that manufacturer warranty goes out the window because it's not installed properly, which means the shingle manufacturer is not going to cover it.
I bet people don't know that.
There's probably a lot of people that don't know.
Yeah, I never thought. I just think warranty is like an all-encompassing. If anything happens, I'm good for 10 years.
Yeah.
But that there might be caveats and loopholes to that.
Oh, there's a lot of caveats.
I'm sure.
To that. Yeah, because if you're licensed, or I don't want to say licensed, if you are covered as a certified contractor, that means that contractor has approved you to install their product. That does not mean that they're going to cover your craftsmanship warranty, though, because 2 years ago, we were covered under GAF as a certified contractor, but we didn't have any of their extended warranties. And their first extended warranty is the Silver Pledge warranty, which we just had last year. They actually stepped in and covered all the 10-year craftsmanship warranty. So if our installers were to do something wrong in the first 10 years, GAF would have covered that. Now, we have 25 years, which is a big difference between your 10-year, your 25-year, or just being a certified contractor through any of them, GAF, Owens Corning, Atlas, Malarkey, IKO, et cetera, et cetera. If you're just a certified contractor, they're not covering your install. You know what I mean? And then the Silver Pledge for GAF gives you the 10 years, and then the Golden Pledge, Master Elite, is the 25 years, and it's definitely one of the best warranties on the market as far as shingle installation.
And this is what you guys now offer?
Yes.
That's incredible.
We were just awarded that, it's been a while actually, and I haven't really made an announcement on it yet, just because I'm in the process of building out a new CRM for us, which is going to be a night and day difference from where we were at last year. It's basically automating our whole entire roofing process on a screen. So it's going to help me out a lot.
Talk to me more about that CRM process.
Customer Relations Management software.
Okay.
And a year and a half ago, I was just kind of like, no, I'm going to hire somebody to do this. And I was overwhelmed several times last year. And we do have a good team, but we just grew really fast last year. And I sat at a lot of conferences, things like that. And the advice that I was given by people that have been ahead of me, but didn't really have the advantage of using technology, because you got to remember, a lot of this AI stuff is just the past year and a half. And then on top of that, social media, everything that's on the internet has been like a 2017, 2018, 2019 kind of thing, where the people that came and started their companies in the early 2000s, they didn't have the advantage of utilizing
Sure, yeah.
So seeing people that made it that first 10 to 15 years and then turn around and be like, hey, this is what you should do in this moment, I really grabbed a hold of that.
Yeah.
And it was scary going into it.
I was going to say, you have to be hesitant at first.
Because I'm a knuckle dragger.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be using my hands and not sitting behind a computer. And it's been a big difference. And a huge shout out to the people at Proline. They have been absolutely phenomenal, and they are giving me the ability to basically, it's just like a clean slate. I can write down what I want in that moment and create a system for it and make sure the notifications and everything is sent out to the right people.
Wow.
So accountability is 100% there. Yes,
probably
100%.
much faster. And especially if you're looking to grow, that's going to be huge for you then.
Yes, and it's also going to give us the ability to keep the pricing way down, because now I'm eliminating 3 different spots on my team by having an automation set up for it. So it's going to be, 2026 is going to be an interesting year.
It sounds like it.
It is. It's going to be an interesting year.
And I know we have the Best of the Tri-State coming up, and you guys were voted Best of the Tri-State the past...
2025.
So last year you guys picked it up.
I think that was the first year we ever... I don't
participated.
Really I don't really get wrapped up in all the who's who, per se.
Is that more Andy, Andy's
Oh,
thing?
100%. 100%. He is definitely the person that likes to do the people relations until it comes down to a homeowner reaching out to us for our service. And then obviously, I've installed over 600 roofs with my bare hands.
That's insane. Yeah. And you're so young.
Yeah.
How are you? You're in your 30s.
No. I wish I was in my 30s.
How old are you?
45.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were much younger than that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
600 roofs. That is really something.
Well, that was just at the very beginning. You know what I mean? I have a passion for health and fitness, and this really started off in correlation to that.
Yeah.
But it grew into something that like. If you would have told me this 8-9 years ago, I'd have been like,
no way.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it's I learned a few key features when I was growing up and instituted them in my 30s, and I've always been customer relations person. Like, I know how to smile at people, I know how to treat them, I know how to respect them, I know how to serve them, and that has played a huge part into us growing.
Well, and when it comes to your roof, it is such an expensive investment. And I can imagine, I had my roof done a few years ago, and I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing, what questions to ask, what company to go with. The cheapest is not always the best, and everyone's telling me about these wonderful warranties, but I don't know exactly what they really will help me with in the future or not. And so it is really important, and I think that's where you guys always have excelled, is I think you really empathize with the homeowners and help them to make a comfortable decision where they understand what's happening.
I think the first thing that really separated us from a lot of people is the way that we look at the client. Like, obviously I want your business, but it's not going to hurt me if you don't go with us. My whole goal is to try to create so much value for you that even if you don't go with us, you're still going to refer us to your friends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that is the number one reason that we don't do salesmen. And that's kind of it's kind of the same vision that I have for having people in those offices that actually know how to roof. Because now when you're going in to meet with homeowners, you're not sitting at the kitchen table sliding a piece of paper around. Oh, you said no, let me call my manager.
Right. Let's see what we can do.
We'll give you a $3,000 discount. Whereas I look at that as, if you just offered me a $3,000 discount, why didn't you give me
You could have done that right from the beginning.
Yes. Yeah. Like, oh, that's not the way it's done. And I was like, I'm really tired of hearing that's not the way that it's been done, because we made a video on Facebook that was super controversial at the beginning of last year, and that's the way that it's always been done. And I'm like, that's really not, because I've installed this product. I know what happens when you drape shingles over the top of the peak and they sit there for 2 or 3 days when it's cold outside and then the temperature changes. Like, that's not quality to me. And I get it. Like, a lot of companies get so big that you actually have to do that. But at the same time, it's just,
that's why you have. That's why you guys have. That's why you have the reputation that you do. Teflon roofing is definitely a staple in the community, and We really value you guys, and I value you. You came and looked at a roof for a property I was potentially going to buy,
Greencastle. Yep.
And we're
Told you.
super honest about it.
Yeah.
And that speaks volumes to not say, yep, of course we can do it. It's going to be, $10,000, Katie, but instead giving me real, honest, good advice. Like, this is not, this is not a good investment. Yep, absolutely.
Which actually, I want to clarify something else too, because we just had, I've ran into this probably 15 times in the past 18 months. If you are buying a property, just make sure you get a roofer in your area to come look at it. The home inspections aren't where they need to be anymore. Now, a year or two from now, that might be a good thing, just for the home inspection, because they are actually creating drones now that you can fly over the top of the houses and they can actually see the damage. Whereas in a lot of the drone reports I get from people like, oh, we had the home inspector and the home inspector said everything was fine. The home inspector's not a roofer. And the majority of the time, he's not even getting up on the roof and he's flying a drone over the top of it. And he can't see degranulation in the shingles. He can't see the creases. He can't see little tiny pinholes. We just had one down here in Greencastle 4 months ago that I went and inspected, and they had a leak, but I went and inspected the roof and they had like 1,000 staples all through their roof. And they had just bought this property 2 months prior, and it was an absolute disaster.
That's
like,
really
I felt
sad.
so bad for the
Yeah,
people.
that's sad.
And like, I was a little heated. I never posted that video because, man, I was heated that somebody had passed through all this, but then come to find out that they bought the property as is, and the homeowner really wasn't that transparent with me. And really glad I didn't post the video because, I let my emotions get wrapped up sometimes when I see people get taken advantage
absolutely,
of.
sure.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, just got to sleep on it and then maybe process the next day. And
probably process it a week after that.
Yeah, you are pretty...
Still kind of, I don't like, I watched my father work a lot growing up, him and my mom. We grew up, obviously, on the borderline of being in poverty, but I had a great family. My mom and dad busted their butt to provide for 3 kids, and it's just seeing the hardworking people of America and then getting them taken advantage of, like that bothers me. That bothers me a lot.
It's like not to change the subject, but anytime I hear any reports about like elderly getting scammed, and saying this is your grandson and I'm stuck here, can you send me $5,000? It breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Just
don't click on links, text
absolutely
messages, or
not.
emails. Don't do any of that.
Yep, I totally agree.
Because a lot of people don't look at it like that. And it's me, like I still have, most of my grandmothers are passed away, but my mom is a grandmother, and she's going to be getting to that age, and with AI and like the scams are way more official.
Absolutely.
Now, like
it's hard to tell.
Yeah, and I'm even sometimes somebody send me a link and I even know something's coming for me to pay, and I look and I'm just like, that looks fishy to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So just call and verify. And if you can't get a hold of somebody, like talk to a person. If you can't talk to a person, don't do it. Yeah.
And call you if you're getting ready to buy a property, to have someone come out, take a look at the roof, and give you a real honest, feedback about what it's looking like.
Or any local good contractor. Because there's a plethora of contractors out here now, but I could name 4 off the top of my head within a 20-mile radius of Chambersburg that's going to do the same thing that we do. You know what I mean? And there are good contractors out there. But there are a lot of crappy contractors out there as well, and that's the ones that you just have to do your due diligence. And it's getting harder to do that nowadays too, just because the reviews, and now people are buying them and getting people to leave fake reviews, and it's becoming a harder world. So always, if you guys have ever watched us on this show before, 3 to 5 estimates, compare and contrast. And if you're ever questioning something that's on an estimate, don't sign it. Just make sure you're getting taken care of by the company and they provide value for you, because at the end of the day, your roof protects your whole entire family.
Protect what matters.
Yes.
As you guys say. Well, Jason, thank you so much for spending time with us on Let's Talk TriState. Teflonroofing.com is the website to check you guys out.
Yes.
And we'll have you back in the warmer months and talk a little bit more about roofing, if that sounds good with you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
If If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.